Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we finally find out what's happening to the Sidekick's adventure bike. Cue the intro.
Center of attention, they all want some. I'm like fire, hot as the sun. The dance floor is burning, call 911. Hands on my body, I'm loving the heat, but it won't come easy, nothing's for free. If you want me, then prove it, baby.
Dude!
Oh, mate.
Is it ready yet?
I just wanna party all night long. Ooh, I do it all for fun. Don't need your love. I'm a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner.
Right, hang on a minute, because suddenly your motorcycle has a UK reg. There's quite clearly a frame, so you've quite clearly spent a little bit more money.
So, this is actually another bike. That's the original one. So what I did, when you buy a new bike, is you go on Facebook and you join all the Facebook groups for them, don't you?
So how you buy a brand new bike, you just go on Facebook these days?
No, when I bought that one, I went on the Facebook group for the bike, for the Aprilia Pegaso UK, and then somebody was selling on it an unfinished project. So I thought, here we go, I can buy that and I can make one out of the two.
So hang on a minute. So just to be clear, right? How much have you spent buying two altogether?
Well, why does that matter?
Because you can pick one of these at what reasonable condition at the minute for what, $2,000 to $2,500?
Yeah, I'm still
on the road.
I'm still under that.
So under $2,000.
Yes.
Just.
No. Yeah, I'm still under £2,000.
Still under $2,000. So if you do complete this,
Yeah.
for under $2,000, you're still a winner in it. We won't add on the amount of hours and labour time and sweat and anger and upset and distance you've had to travel. We'll just leave it as you're well under and you'll have a really cheap adventure bike.
I'll have a really good adventure bike, and it will probably end up costing me what a ropey one would have cost.
Okay. So you've just literally bought a bike now that's good, so all you're doing is bolting on any good parts off the old one onto this one, so this one's ready, it's running, we're good to go.
So when I picked this up, it was running, it got these nice cans on it, look at them, some nice Venom cans, they sound really well. It's got a nice brand new back tyre on it.
So you've heard it running?
I heard it running.
Okay, that's
It was
good.
good.
That's a start.
So I came back, I didn't like any of the plastics on it, so I swapped all the plastics over. I then found the fork seals were gone, so I swapped the forks over. I found all the rear frame was all rusty and horrible, whereas that one's European, so it was all, this one's all, so I swapped the one over onto this, because that's all nice and clean. And then I dropped the oil out to give it an oil change.
Just give it service.
To give it service.
Yeah.
So I dropped the oil out of the sump, no problem. In here, there's some more oil, engine oil. I dropped that out, and loads of water came out.
So is that the filler?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So, and then loads of water came out.
So hang on, there's water in the oil?
Yeah.
So you got another knackered head gasket?
So, I looked a lot, and I think, because the water's up there, I was thinking it's probably going to be the seals and the water pump.
Right.
So I bought all the bits for that. I started taking all this off, and then I snapped a bolt.
Yeah, well that's alright, we all do that.
So now, I've just thought, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the engine out, I'm going to do the head gasket, I'm going to remove that bolt, and I'm going to do all the water pump seals. So then I know it's definitely going to be alright.
Right. So basically you bought two knackered bikes now. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, that's what I always do, isn't it?
Can I just ask again? Was this out of a garage, the new one as well, some dodgy person in the middle of the night that would only take cash?
No, to be fair, this guy he was a nice guy. Just
Oh, well, I'm a nice guy.
No, he buys a few projects, he messes about with them, and he sells them on. I genuinely don't believe that he was trying to stitch me up.
Okay.
I just think he got bored with it. He'd bought it as a non-runner, and it'd been stood for a while, so I don't even think he was aware of the issue.
Okay.
So I don't think he stitched me up. But I mean, it's going to be good. And I was nearly there. I had all the plastics on it and everything, and I was like, yes, next week I'm going to MOT it. And then I drained the oil out, and then my dreams were shattered again.
Did you cry?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So we're looking at what, 2 weeks then, and then we can book ourselves an adventure of the lifetime, yeah?
Well, no.
Dude, the public, they're waiting for they're waiting to see us on big boy toys, shooting across fields, jumping over mountains, and running away from sheep. Do you know what I mean?
Tell me about it. I want to as well. I'm dying to, but it's just time with everything, isn't it? You just.
I suppose the big question has to be, and it is the big question: do you want me to jump in and do an 11 out of 10 job?
No, I don't want you to touch it at all.
Well, as always, he quite clearly needs me to help him now and do an 11 out of 10 job and make it absolutely excellent. So, I mean, what we really ought to do is be cueing the music, the sun can be going down, and I can be doing spanner work and let him do it, and then I'll just film myself doing it to make myself look good. But I'm still not impressed, because we should be somewhere now, we should be booking our adventure, and fair enough, we can't go where we want to go because of what's going on in the world, but we can pretend that somewhere in Scotland or Wales is abroad and just film some really epic stuff. But 2 bikes, knackered, bad boys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Call it off, let it go, all for nothing. I should have known. I've made mistakes, crashed and burned, so many chances, no time to learn. I need to find another way to make things right. I won't be coming back again a second time. Can't take it back, everything you've done. You know youth is wasted on the young. We still don't know where we belong. Time will tell us where.